fiscal year to continue to have their agency operate, right? And the only way they do that is by showing stats. Law enforcement is dictated by stats, right? And same thing with the United States Attorney's offices. How many cases did you take on? How many cases did you prosecute? How many cases did you get the guys to plead guilty, right? Very important. What's the conviction rate, right? Now, with that said, knowing that everything is driven by stats and, and affluence and your ability to, arrest big targets and everything else like that, I think if anything, Diddy posturing himself from a political standpoint and saying, oh yeah, I'm going to go ahead and align myself with Biden or whatever, I don't think it would have protected him that much. I think if anything, the more clout and fame you have and the higher up you are, it puts a bigger target on you for the feds to come after you, because they want to be able to get those headlines and be like, yeah, we were the office that successfully indicted XYZ or did 1, 2, 3, whatever it may be. Now, and I know people have their conspiracy theories and everything else like that, which I totally understand and respect, right? But what I will say is, ask yourself this question: does the government benefit and get clout from putting this guy behind bars and prosecuting him? If the answer is yes, more than likely they're going to actually go for it. That's why they went after Trump. That's why they went after Hunter Biden on the other side. That's why if you look at this assassin that they got that tried to kill Trump yesterday, I think the FBI is going to try to go after him and build a federal case. Right now he's being held in state custody, but I predict that they're going to try to build a federal case in the next 72 hours. And the reason why is because the FBI has a lot of egg on their face right now from the failed prosecutions of Trump, from the failed Matthew Crooks investigation from Butler, Pennsylvania, where they still can't find a motive or whatever. So they're going to try to make an example of this guy. And if it allows them to get more clout, more notoriety, and kind of repair the public distrust for the federal government right now, they're going to try to do it because it will benefit them and allow them to be able to get more funding in the future. So you always got to ask, what's the bottom line? What's their incentive to get this done? And if the answer is they get more clout, more fame, more notoriety, and they're able to obviously use that to lobby for more funding in the future, then they are probably going to do it. Now, does that mean that there aren't corrupt agents that don't do bullshit? Of course there are. Absolutely there are. That are politically motivated? Of course. But I think that agencies are always going to do what's in their best interest to get more money and to get more notoriety. And a lot of times that means taking down the biggest people that they can or unraveling the biggest conspiracies that they can.
Okay. I'm still having my tinfoil hat on, and it's fine.
Yeah, it's good to question it, man, because a lot of it is bullshit. I agree with you.
Now, I've heard this from so many people. Like, this is a point that I've heard so many times. They said, by the way, I think Reggie Wright even said this. They said Diddy is not a type of person that will tolerate being in a jail cell for the rest of his life. And they said if it ever came down to it, and I think you know where I'm going, he might seek certain type of alternative measures to, for lack of a better term, he ain't staying in that cell alive.
Yeah.
You tell me when you arrest, anyone, a suspect who's probably facing significant time, maybe the majority of their life if they're convicted, because we're still wondering how the fuck did that happen to Epstein? Like, I thought, like that shit was still crazy. It's still crazy.
Yeah.
Is it a situation where they're definitely making sure, hey, you're gonna be wherever he's at now, you're watched 24/7. We got to make sure everything's on the up and up.
I think for now, they won't have to cross that bridge because I do genuinely believe he's going to get bond. I'd be shocked if he didn't get it. I do genuinely think that they're going to give him bond, even if it's a house arrest. Just with the level of cooperation that his defense team has exhibited with working with the prosecution, I would be shocked if the AUSA kind of like double crossed the attorney and said, nah, fuck that, we're going to push for him to be held. Because the thing is like these attorneys, they know each other, man. A lot of the time they went to the same law schools. They've worked together maybe at an ADA's office or a private law firm, right? And then, they went on to did different things. So these attorneys all know each other. They're all part of the bar. So what I predict is there's probably maybe an agreement that was made. Look, bro, he's going to cooperate. He's not going to give you guys a hard time. We're going to let you guys know what's going on. The arrest will be simple and smooth. You will have no issues. We'll cooperate. But do me a solid. Let my guy get out on bond. Okay. AUSA says, look, all right, we'll play ball. We're not going to object to him being out on bond. That's fine. And that's really it. Because if the government doesn't object to him being out on bond, Because the defense is going to say, Your Honor, I want my client to be out on bond. He's not a danger to community. He has children. He has a business. He has employees. Blah 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 blah. So they're going to kind of list out their case as to why he needs to be out. The government is not going to object to that. That's strong for the judge, because he's going to look at it like, okay, government, you're not objecting to him being released on bond? Nope, government doesn't have any objections. Cool. They're going to probably release him. That's what I predict is going to happen.
Hey, okay, so TMZ has a bunch of photos of Diddy literally walking around as early as 8 p.m. Eastern time. And he's walking around, he's taking pictures, he's posing with people, he's with his son.
Yeah.
Do you believe the feds were like, just keeping a close eye on him if they're going to arrest him pretty much like maybe an hour afterwards? Like, if he's taking a stroll in New York City, because it says just a couple hours before Diddy got busted, he was confidently strolling around New York City with his son, King Combs, even stopped to greet some fans, take some selfies.
Yep.
What does the feds do then? They're like, yo, he's leaving the hotel. He's just walking around. What do you do?
No, I mean, he's a famous guy. They probably observed this multiple times while doing surveillance on him, that he kind of just walks around and is living his life. I will say that I've noticed that since Diddy's kind of like had these looming charges on him, he's done a very good job of like maintaining public, how do I say this, seeming pretty positive publicly. Being outside, being pretty positive, taking pictures with fans, not being like, negative or hateful or angry or, full of despair. I'm sure it probably weighs on him when he goes home, but I think he's done a good job of publicly seeming like he's fine and cheerful. So I think the agents are probably used to that at this point, that he's kind of been keeping up this thing, this facade going for the past few months while he was.
Because if I was his lawyer, I'd tell him to like look happy when you're outside, just so it looks good on the case. That's what I would say if I was his lawyer.
I'll tell you this though, he's probably going to have one of the deepest sleeps that he's had in months. Anytime that you know that you're going to get indicted with criminals, they knock out right away after they're arrested. It's interesting.
Damn.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times that happens, because they're stressed for months knowing that they're going to get arrested by the Fed. So when they finally do get arrested that first night, they pass out, man. It's actually interesting. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
In the car?
Yeah, they pass out in the car a lot of times while you're driving into jail.
Yo, I can't see. Yo, I gotta see Diddy in cuffs. I don't believe this shit is like, again, and it's not because I don't like. I know I asked a couple cynical questions, but like Diddy just seems like above this shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
yeah, he's like, a billionaire. It's crazy. It's
we've never
crazy.
seen a guy this powerful in hip hop. Think about all the most powerful guys in hip hop that we've seen arrested. Suge Knight. This is like Suge Knight got knocked out by a barber. Like he lost pretty much death row. Like he was not the same guy. Didn't have power, influence. Didn't even have respect at that point. No disrespect to him or his son. I know his son watching me from time to time. But Suge Knight was a former shell of himself. R. Kelly. Prestige was pretty much in the dirt. Like, he wasn't doing these big tours. We all know him for having a lot of talent. But we weren't seeing this guy. Like, we were seeing him like pop up. He was getting a lot of love in Chicago. Like he was doing like these shows. Like we would see like these older women like say, we don't give a fuck, we love him. But culturally was still shamed, and he was kind of almost ostracized. So by the time he did get arrested, there's no one like, oh my God, like, it's kind of like everyone's like, all right, good. I'm just trying to think of powerful people like chat. You guys could help me name, because we're only in shock. And I imagine this happened to the movie industry with Harvey Weinstein as well, right? Because nobody thought Harvey Weinstein could ever be, arrested, and then it happened.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's, it's always like, and this is what the feds like to do, man. They like to go after people that are untouchable, right? So I'm not surprised that Diddy was a target of this investigation. Obviously, they put a lot of money and resources in it because of who he is and how big he is and how untouchable he is. The one thing I will say, though, that's kind of surprised me is I have not seen anyone come out to Diddy's defense and say he's innocent or say that they support him or anything. I haven't seen anyone publicly do that, which is very strange.
Well, academics. Question for your brother. We know the music industry is very political, right? And in the industry, I'm sure Diddy has info on people, like some dirt on them. I guarantee you, like he has maybe like video of them doing some stuff behind the scenes, or maybe like hear some rumors about people. So he has a lot of things he could expose about people in the industry, right? You think he's gonna say that now that he's being locked up? What do you think?
that is a good question. Here's the thing. If you have a video of motherfucking, like, no disrespect to him, like YK Osiris sucking your cock, nobody gives a fuck. Like, whether it's true or not, right? It's just based on who we're talking about, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're Diddy, that's YK Osiris. And again, I'm not throwing him under the bus. I don't think he's gay at all, but still, like, okay, think about Trey Songz. Okay, we don't give a fuck. So the only person he could have something on that we would give a fuck, and I guess I was gonna ask Myron this too, is like, there's this Jay-Z element that everyone has been skating around, right? And it's very interesting, right? Because we just seen Foxy Brown commented about this. She put like the startled-eyed emojis. Then she says, "Shit about to get really crazy." Now she's more synonymous with her time or her her association with Jay. As maybe you could say Lil' Kim is more associated with her Tom or association with Diddy.
Yeah. And
when you hear Foxy say this, you start to kind of like think like, what was up? Now, obviously, I don't want to get into some of the weeds here, and I know I've done it before, but they do say things about Jay-Z, except I do think Jay-Z is just way more shrewd. I've heard this from a few people in the game, and, it kind of goes to Myron's point about continued, behavior. They said, hey, nobody's saying Jay-Z was as wild a boy as Diddy, but they said, for any fuck shit that Jay-Z ever did, he cleaned his act up over 10 years ago. So he just ain't been the same person. And when you're not doing those actions continually, it kind of probably doesn't stoke the same fire under investigators to come get you, when literally they would only be investigating stuff that's, the more we go in time, you get further from that behavior. It's not like, Diddy was still throwing parties last year. Like, literally.
Yeah.
Diddy was throwing parties last year. Like, he didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, people were telling, Diddy went to the Breakfast Club. They literally said, Diddy, you're 50-something. When you gonna slow down? And he said, age ain't nothing but a number. I feel young. He said he was basically giving niggas reasons why he still felt he could have all these crazy freak-offs.
Yo, bro.
It appears that Jay may have retired from any fuckery if he did do it.
He was performing in a club live in Miami, right, bro? Guess what happened? After the club, there's an after party. Guess where it's at? This was like a couple months ago. Diddy's house. Nigga, you still living the same lifestyle. So it was like, I get what you're saying, 100%. So.
Oh, boy, man.
It's tough.
Sad shit, man. Sad shit. No, now, I'm going to be honest with you. I expect Jay-Z to go in hiding. And what I mean hiding, not actual hiding. I do think, with recently, we're talking about the Super Bowl, Wayne, Drake, Kendrick. I think that Jay-Z is going to, again, just be absent of comment and conversation. So he's not hiding literally, but he knows when the block is hot and he knows when to fucking switch it up. And I think the block is hot now because after Diddy, there ain't no other bigger wig to get than him. And it's time for him to go again. By the way, I want to give Jay-Z credit. I'm not saying Jay-Z was guilty of anything, but Jay-Z definitely knew the right time to stop doing Made in America, Rock Nation brunches, all the fuck shit that y'all used to associate him with. Not saying those were fuck shit, but just like all those public things, he knew when to scale it back and lay low. Diddy just never knew when to lay low.
Yeah, I mean, he's been womanizing for a long ass time, man. And the thing also with Diddy that people don't know is like he's had serious problems with like drugs and alcohol. And obviously that clouds your judgment. You do stupid ass shit. And now he's kind of dealing with the consequences of it, man. I mean, the dude's been on top and owning the shit since the 90s, 30 years plus.
Bro, if you live in Miami, you heard stories about his parties for days, bro. Everyone knows the lifestyle here in Miami, and he's been living it, bro. It's just part of the culture. over here at least.
And by the way, I interviewed Hitmaker. Shout out to my man Hitmaker, and he said something very interesting. Not only about Diddy, but he said about Drake. He says Drake needs to learn from Diddy and Jay, because Drake is like 38 now. And you know when Kendrick says watch the party die, you got to stop the party after a while. Like if you don't stop the party and keep it till 50, you see where Diddy's at. At some point, we ain't saying get married and have kids, but just exit stage left. I'm gonna catch you niggas later. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch all y'all niggas later. Obviously, I don't think, and I hope Drake don't have any type of issues compared to these other people we're talking about. But you know, what do you think about, you know, maybe some of the behavior and, you know, obviously for fresh nose and sees when it comes to like, if you've been around these celebrity rappers or people who have money and a lot of power, it kind of all kind of rolls into these sexual escapades and these wild parties and these other things. Is that a valid thing where it's like, yo, you gotta check out of that system or that game, or else you might get fucked?
I'll say this. I've been to quite a few parties. Drake's parties are always fun, and the girls speak positive about Drake all the time. They're like, Drake is respectful, he's nice, he makes sure everything's paid for, open bar, awesome time.
I'm not really saying this for Drake, because here's the thing. I'm pretty sure the bitches and I'm saying bitches respectfully, if there's the bitches at Diddy party in the 90s were speaking respectfully till it got disrespectful. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, again, we have to realize the time we're in, right? Like I'm pretty sure the people who are suing him in the 90s, maybe in the 90s, they were like, oh, no, this is normal.
Yeah, but to your point, you open yourself up to like cases because I'm not gonna lie, people's opinions can change. They might need some money. They might say, you know what, fuck this guy, I don't like him more. So you're right. This can change over time. So yeah, you're right. Hosting these parties could open you up to like
not only
issues.
that, you're like drunk and fucked up. Like when Diddy was beating Cassie in that video, like he was drunk at the time. He was like super drunk.
That's a rock.
Yeah, he was drunk as hell. Like when he attacked her at the hotel, like, and then we all saw that footage.
That's fucked up,
He was
bro.
drunk as hell. But you do crazy shit like that when you're drunk and high, man. Like, yo, bro, this is why I thank God that I don't drink or do drugs, bro.
Yeah.
Real talk, man. That shit will set you up for failure, man.
Yo, Act, keep it a bean. If Drake held a party and invited you, will you pull up? Don't cap, bro.
No, of course I will. Yeah,
right,
no,
so
I
next
would.
Drake party, we're going, right?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think my commentary about the Drake thing is this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a little bit nuanced. I know my audience is going to hate me for saying this because they want me just to be like, yo, monsters are monsters. What I think is that hip hop culture glorifies and allows certain shit that is sometimes super gray area. And the more you indulge in some of those things that you might think again, and you know, I'm not trying to jump on no fucking sword for this guy Diddy, but like, I don't know if Diddy thought what he was doing was like super evil, or he thought that, oh, that's what we do.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of a little bit extreme.
That a lot of this stuff was consensual with these bitches. I have no doubt that a lot of it was.
Yo, you know what I realized, Act, with some people that are high status? It's almost like they get bored of regular fun and excitement, and that was up the ante. So, for example, in his case, I don't know if it was in malintent or not, but for him, it's like, yo, fuck this shit. I'm done doing the regular shit. I want to get with bitches and have fun and do drugs. Dude, it's almost like if like you have to up the ante each time, and it's like it doesn't end until it's too late.
My personal thought is this: I don't think Diddy probably cognizantly realized that what he did over the years were super evil until maybe a year or two ago, when he realized that. And he probably got people hitting him up saying, hey, yo, remember what you did back then? Like, yo, that shit was fucked up. I'm about to sue you. And that's when he started being brother love. I think that's when he realized. I think all he thought he was a crazy party animal that was doing what everybody else was doing, right? yo, I'm having these wild parties, like, you know, and by the way, it's also him thinking, again, I could be wrong. This is the mean, like, projecting what I think he might be, you know, going through or thinking. I think he thought, you know, him pushing the boundary a little bit more every time was normal, right? So it's like, all right, tonight we have a party. Everybody's fucked up. All right, shit. People go on their own accord and they do whatever. Now I'm like, all right, well, what if I have rooms for y'all to go do it in? Then he's like, shit, what about if, all right, man, how about if I just bring over the bitch? I'm going to bring over some prostitutes. Oh, shit. All right, man. Matter of fact, and like keep pushing it to the point where, like, obviously now when we look at it, this shit's just clearly disgusting and just out of bounds. But from when I hear the story of Diddy, a guy who was, you know, like he was basically this young guy getting into the industry who got fired, then got another opportunity, and then made his way. I don't think he was actually. Let me stop because I watched one documentary. They say he was beating bitches from college. Yeah, my bad. Never mind that. I was trying because I know how people could sometimes start pushing the limit, and by the time you've done it over 20 years, you've just pushed the limit a lot. I don't know about the sex stuff, but because I've just always heard Diddy's gay. I'm gonna just keep it a P with you. That's the only thing. Like the moment I knew I was in quote unquote the music industry is when people told me, "Hey, you can never repeat this, but we all think Diddy's gay." And I was like, "What the fuck do you mean we all think Diddy's gay?" There was just like, "Yeah, he's gay." Like, yo, he tried to fuck him. He tried to. I'm like, no, he didn't. They're like, "Don't ever say this, but we all think so." So that's when I realized I was in the industry, quote unquote.
We gotta ask Freak Mill. He'll tell us the truth, right? He'll tell us the truth.
No, but in reality, that's the point. Is like, bro, I think one thing we can say, Diddy has been always abusive, right? Because they got stories of Diddy just beating a chick. They said Diddy beat up a bitch like in front of the whole school in college. This is before he had money, before anything. I think his sexual deviancy, this is probably the wrong venue to speak about this, but it goes into when you have an insatiable appetite for sex, right? I think for the normal man, okay, cool, you would love to have multiple women or different women.
Yeah. Then
it might get to a point you're like, well, maybe I can have different women at the same time. I want to have threesomes. Maybe you want to do an orgy. Diddy got to another level where he said, fuck my dick even working. I want to see another man dick fucking my chick. He got too far, brother. That's what I think.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it always happens where, when is, how much is enough? And like, the more you're involved in it, the more you do it, the easier it is to get bored. The easier it is to get bored, the more stimuli you need to get to that same level. It's like a drug, man. So, yeah, sexual deviancy always progresses. It doesn't stay stagnant. It gets worse and worse and worse because you need more and more to get, off. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't start getting into this weirdo stuff from like just doing whatever. And here's the thing, you're a celebrity, A-list, you got some of the hottest chicks that you've in the world. You had J-Lo at one point, you have some of these bad chicks, you could get any woman that you want. I guess you would look at it like, it's a game. Let me see if I can get a dude now. I don't fucking know. Like, people, the sexual degeneracy never stops evolving. It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
Yo, Ack, if he did the crime, man, lock him up though, bro. For real, dog. Real talk, lock him up, bro. That's some weirdo shit. Just saying.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's if he did the crime. I think it's very clear that he potentially committed some crimes, right? Like, we see him on video giving a woman the beats, right?
Yeah.
Now, the punishment for that, and not saying whether rightly or wrongly, the punishment for that wouldn't be spending the rest of his life in jail, I think. But the punishment for sex trafficking, if that's what the crime is, which I think that's where we're trying to either process that, because even like Myron said, Myron is like, yo, I think some of these girls were down with it. Okay, well, that becomes multifaceted. Are they down with it, or did he coerce them with money, lifestyle? Did he coerce them with, hey, this is, like I think one woman who filed a lawsuit said he controlled our financial future, so we have to do this shit.
Yeah.
Or were they down with it? Like, Yo, salute to my boy Vlad. But Vlad said he interviewed a few people who knew Cassie, and they said, yo, and again, these feel like wrong conversations to have because, especially us even discussing this, like we're not bad people, like we're not trying to like be on the wrong side of history.
Yeah.
But like Vlad said that he spoke to some people who said, hey, with all due respect, Cassie loved that shit.
Yeah.
Like like she was
with him for years.
Now, granted,
she was
did he beat her ass? Did he do all type of stuff to her? Yes, but they were saying that was one of her kinks. And I think when we try to look at it with a independent, vision, that's the most egregious part of it. Yo, you're doing these freak offs, forcing these innocent women into some shit that they never wanted to do, that they were not having fun, like you did it without their will. And then when you hear other things like, nah, some of them was into that shit, you're like, it makes us almost sit back that we got to just like, all right, let's look at the evidence that the police is going to have. And obviously, we're going to do that tomorrow morning, at least to some extent. But you don't really know what to think, right?
It'll be interesting if Cassie ends up being a witness in this investigation from the criminal perspective, which I know for a fact she more than likely at least led investigators to other witnesses, but because she was with him for so long. So she was probably a key cooperator in this criminal investigation where, she might have led the feds to other individuals that Diddy might have sexually abused during the course of their relationship. So it'd be interesting to see if her involvement in the criminal case and how deeply she was involved. Maybe she might have put in other people. She might have, be someone that's going to testify herself. We'll see, obviously, when the indictment is rolled out tomorrow. But we'll know for sure once Diddy gets his discovery and he reads those ROIs, how deep it goes.
All right. I just wonder, for all of the people that went to Diddy's parties, right, that aren't talking right now, I can think of one person that we all know, Kevin Hart. You think he's like sweating right now, like he's like worried? Or some of these other people that went to his parties, or not really?
Nah. I do believe that the level of craziness he got to, he kept that to a certain amount of people. I do believe that some silence or some lack of comment is always indicative of maybe a particular culture or lifestyle that maybe, again, we're in 2024 and there's a few lawsuits that he has that are in the 90s. Like I always said that, again, never defending these people, but just speaking just honestly how shit looks like. Even say like Bill Cosby. Yo, do you think that Bill Cosby was the only nigga putting Quaaludes in women's drinks or Spanish, whatever the fuck he said he was doing? You think that wasn't a culture? You think he's the only one? Like, they got him and they'd be like, all right, well, we got everybody from, what was it, the 70s? All right, we got everybody who did this. I think there's a culture that was existing that maybe he was one of the more famous people who went crazy with it. But there are definitely people who skated by who probably just shut the fuck up, laid low, or moved to Bali. So, again, I think a lot of people who are staying quiet on the Diddy stuff were probably like, yo, that's how we used to always party. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like, if you've watched BET Uncut, some of the Freaknik shit, like, as we talk about consent, none of that shit sounds like consent. Niggas is swiping credit card through bitches' ass crack. You know what I mean? They got 5 niggas palming the ass cheek of scantily clad or dressed women walking down the street. Like, again, it becomes a very dicey situation. I mean, none of this absolves Diddy, but all I'm saying is that I think, people are going to go down by saying, nah, Diddy was the only one. I don't think so, man. I think a lot of them will he ain't the only freaky ass nigga from the motherfucking 90s.
Well, maybe we'll find out soon, but he's the biggest catch right now, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, nigga. It's 2 a.m. here in Miami.
Well, Ak, any other things you got for me or anything like that, bro? I'd be happy to answer any last few, because we got to stream tomorrow too. We're gonna probably try to do like a little subathon, and then
okay.
Yo, are you going to TwitchCon?
I don't know, but I definitely know that in the morning I will be on for whenever this indictment will be on sealed. That's a fact.
Okay.
So either, me, first of all, like I'll just be on. So it's either I'm not getting off a stream tonight, or when I get off stream tonight, I'm going to try to use every resource possible to figure out when this thing will be presented in court. Because
go on Southern District of New York. Do this, bro. Just go on Southern District of New York right now, the website, and then look for initial appearances, and it should tell you when they have initial appearance typically.
Okay.
Try to go on there. Maybe that'll help you, save you some time, so that way you can get some rest and then wake up when they have the initial appearance. I mean, bro, if I were you, I would see when it is, and bro, you should just go to the court and be like right there. It's open court. Like, you literally just go to the courtroom and you can sit there and see the initial appearance. It's not going to be long. It's going to be like 20 minutes at most. But
he ain't leaving the house.
No, I would for this. Now this is the
yeah, bro. It might be worth it to just go to court. You're right there. You're not that far from the city.
The only thing about, and I think you know this, you just can't film in federal court. I've never seen federal court.
No, you can't. You can't. They'll get pissed off at you if you try to do that. But you could be there and like take notes and shit like that, and you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? An initial appearance, he's like the only person showing up, or they're gonna have like a lineup?
They'll have other people, but it's the middle of the week, so I don't predict that there's gonna be many other defendants that will be there for their initial appearance. So it'll probably be just him and maybe a couple other. But yeah, I mean, it's not that busy.
Damn.
I remember when I was in Laredo, Texas, we'd have 100 motherfuckers in the courtroom sometimes that got arrested the day before.
Really?
Bro, I'd be at initial appearance for hours, bro. That's how busy we were on the southwest border. People getting arrested federally. Crazy shit, man.
Yo, this is like so unexpected. Like, I think we were all waiting for this, but like the timing, usually we hear about also indictments, like, you know, announcements of indictments. Like, it usually comes to a press release the 3rd. And it comes in early in the day.
Yeah.
We would be able to, you know, the media is gonna dissect it. This one came this is after 8 p.m.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why, like, for me, I looked at when I found out that they arrested him at night like that. That tells me like they had eyes on him. They had the arrest warrant in hand. That they just made the executive decision to pick him right there.
Yeah.
So
wow. All right. Listen, if you guys are available tomorrow, you know, I'm gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely stream tomorrow night, probably around 7 p.m. Are you gonna be on? We could talk more about this case.
Yeah, trust and believe I'll be on it at that time. Okay?
All right. So yeah, then
hold up. Twitch gone, nigga. Twitch gone.
When's Twitch gone? I don't even know when it is.
It's
Friday to Sunday.
Yeah, Friday to
in
Sunday. San Diego. Come with us, bro.
Face is gonna be there. Silky as well. Pulling up. Let's go, man.
I ain't gonna lie. This is like a Diddy-thon.
Nigga, you could stream that shit from there. Me and you could literally stream it together there. Pause.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I want to do some shit with you, IRL, and also like kind of like this type of shit.
Yeah, we're gonna have our cameraman there, bro. So you can we could stream it to your shit and our shit too. Like we have all that with the backpack, so you can we could cover the Diddy stuff from San Diego, man. It's not a problem.
All right. Let's talk off a lot about it. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
You owe us anyway. You were supposed to be here in Miami like months ago. I don't know what the hell you doing, bro.
He ain't going.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been just kind of like working, like, yo, I was telling Fresh, I'm like, yo, at the end of the year, I'm taking like the biggest. I feel like I've been like,
you've been grinding,
especially anytime bullshit comes up, whether it has to do with me or some other shit, bro. I just work through it, bro. Like, I'm never the guy who'd be like, all right, I'll see you. You know, like Dr. Disrespect got in trouble, and you just like, all right, man, I'll be back like in 3 months. Like, I'm the person who just like, all right, cool. So if I was doing 4 days a week, all right, now I'm doing 5-6 days a week. Like, I just work a little bit harder.
Yeah, you've been grinding, bro.
It's been all right.
All right. It was a pleasure, bro. So we'll see you tomorrow.
I definitely appreciate you guys for coming on here and really helping dissect some of this stuff. All right.
No, for sure, man. This is, like I said, I love this stuff. It helps me kind of relive my old life.
And guys, bro, Ike's a friend of ours, man. Go support him as well on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. And yeah, man.
Yeah,
good
man.
Dude.
He's on there. So, Act, thank you, man. We'll close out on our end here, man. And I'll definitely talk with you tomorrow. We're gonna be live on tomorrow night. So.
All right, definitely.
So yeah, we can talk about the Trump thing too, if you want.
Oh yeah, we got to do that. Yeah, that's the crazy. This shit came up. I had a whole lineup of topics. I'll get to it after you guys get off. But no, I appreciate you guys though.
All right, brother. We'll talk with you tomorrow. Peace.
All right, bro.
All right, peace.
All right, what is the chat saying, supporters? They've been waiting for a little bit.
Yeah. Let's talk with the people and then we'll close out. And guys, we're gonna be live tomorrow doing a subathon 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So get ready for that. It's gonna be lit.
We had a battle just now with Blackest Panther. Yo, we were going black for black, band for band. Bro, he did 100 subs by himself.
Shout out to our ninja.
I had to do 145 though.
I had to do 50 myself.
I did 145 though. I had to,
get y'all the thing. So what is everybody watching right now? All y'all should be watching this shit for free. Are you guys watching it? Watching it with no ads? Chat. Let me know in the chat right now. You guys should be watching this with no ads. Godly Mike, Mr. Drippy, King Zoe. Who else? Right. Freshman CEO. Fuck that nigga. Okay, the chief here.
What the heck?
Martin, have y'all ever seen that video where Trey Songz were recording Odell Beckham Jr. in the club picking up his pants? Once he realized he was being recorded, a hood figure in front of Odell Beckham Jr. gets off his knees and turns around to face the camera. It was Justin Bieber with his under lip looking hella wet and shiny paws.
Wait, what?
I've never seen that video, bro, because I don't look at stuff like that.
I've seen it.
No way,
what
bro.
are they saying?
No, OBJ.
Did everybody? What's the chat saying, Bills? Are they watching it with no ads?
Yeah. I mean, oh shit. I mean, we get to so many subs. We get to more subs than one.
Yeah, we get the lot of subs.
Like, y'all should all be able to watch this right now with 0 ads. Let me see. No ads? I hope. People are still getting ads?
Yeah, it's randomly picked.
Yeah, it's random. But we give a lot today though. Whole lot. We got King K Gaming, Abud, Saba, and Mr. Drippy. Shout out to you. This is W Fed Wyron.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. By the way, I gave a lot of detail there.
100 bits, Hype Train, Blackest Panther again, PJM Sky. Mo Merzel, 100 bits, Drake the Mullet, 200 bits. We got Blackest Panther again, and Fresh Prince CEO. That's a cool ass nigga. We got Augustine Jam Fi, and then OG Cloud Creator. Shout out to you, Jake the Mullet again, 200 bits. Blackest Panther again, North Philly
right.
King.
Niggas in the chat, if you are getting ads, type in you're getting ads if you are.
Some more. Okay, we got a bunch of. I'm going to say subs.
I'm gifting a couple of you motherfuckers things right now.
What do you predict Diddy's future? It's over for him. It's 57%. He might do a few years, 30%. He'll be back soon, 13%. Oh, well, it's over for him. His biggest one. Black Panther again. Shout out to you, bro. Fresh and Fit Podcast, 50 subs. Come black. Bruh.
What?
I ain't saying that name, nigga. Hell nah.
Yo.
We got Hype Train. We are new high, level 12 Hype Train, by the way.
247 subs is gifted.
How much is that?
$20 or
Like,
$5 each. So
really?
50 times 5.
All right, so we give a lot today to the people. Shout out to them. Okay, so Marquis Fresh made a good point. Can't Diddy's lawyer argue that Diddy's son, that they were underage at the time, so he's undergo age in? That's what I'm thinking, bro. Like, if his kids are underage, I mean, technically speaking, he could just say his kids are flying them in. They just happen to be there. But it's a bad argument still because, I mean, they're there, so. Mr. Drippy, W Fat AK. Come on, bro. Jabril says, are you doing a Fed Reacts on this, Myron?
I mean,
He
kind of broke down everything.
already broke down everything, bro.
As a Fed. So.
All right, we did that one already. Tragic Remorse says, how many bodies do you think Diddy has, and not sexual perspective? We might find out some more dead people names pop up after he gets sentenced. Hopefully get sentenced. We don't know, bro. Golly Mike, Mr. Drippy, King Zoe. More subs. Did that one already?
Oh yeah, okay.
Raphael Limon says, Fresh, can you bring in someone who goes in depth about flipping cars? Mr. Luxury skimmed through it when he got brought in, but was all about renting. Yeah, I can do that, bro. I got you. Actually, we brought in he's from Vegas. We did a car show together. He talked about repos and all that stuff too as well. He's in Vegas cars. What's his name? Lucky? Yeah, Lucky is his name. Go check out that interview we did with Lucky. Yeah, that's him. Breaking news. Fresh has been arrested by federal authorities. On question, Fresh said, hey man, you got the wrong guy. I ain't the dark-skinned dude partying in Miami. Granted, I was thinking about going to monk mode, so it'd be a nice break from the clubs. No Diddy shit in jail, though. Anyhow, we got chats to read. Funny, bro.
Oh, wow.
Fresh update says, Fresh free Diddy, he didn't do anything wrong. I met him in 2017 at a party. What the hell? He's a good guy. I did fall asleep, though. When I woke up, my body was very sore. Not sure what that's about, but that's gay. But that's beside the point. Free Diddy, they really want a successful black man down. It's an evil world we live in.
What?
All right, bro, you wild in there. Black Tate says, yo, serious question for Myron. You have a baby, you give them last name Gaines or your birth name? And why don't you make your legal American name Myron Gaines?
No.
It's an
I'm gonna
alias.
use my legal name because I'm gonna keep my dad's legacy going. But yeah.
Washi38 says, does anyone else find it weird that Diddy gets arrested merely after Trump assassination attempt? It's almost as if the powers be are trying to take your eye away from the ball. I agree, bro. That's kind of weird. Jake says, David Green mad as fuck. He's okay this bullshit Diddy episode. Nah, you're just listening in. He's not here right now, but why is Bigger Pockets destroying themselves? Bro, who knows? Again, he says, Diddy about to have the time of his life in prison? Freaky ass nigga. Fresh updates. Okay, there you go. Jig says, yo, I get that Diddy shit is news and all, but this nigga academic is just yapping like a... Come on, bro. That's what he does for a living, bro. He does content about rap stuff. Mr. Crypto, Game Freak again. Dirk C, shout out to you. Using Prime to sub to Twitch for 2 months. And Mr. Drippy said W Pug.
All right, a bunch of you guys should be able to get a watch without ads now.
Dom says...
Just gifted these ninjas some more subs.
50 more. Holy crap. Diddy just got indicted by the grand jury.
Yeah, that was from before.
Justin Todd says, if someone uses an affidavit to recant a statement they made under oath...
Also, I'm getting bum-ass Chris to make us some more
emotes
for you guys and shit like that. So stay tuned. That should be coming soon. I'm literally telling Chris, try to get them for tomorrow for you guys.
He asked a question, if someone uses an affidavit to recant a statement they made under oath, is there any way to find out what the statement was? Does the police department still hold the record of what was said?
You can't recant a statement once you have it under affidavit because you technically lied.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of it. You're swearing under oath that it's true and correct.
Damn. Doberman says, think about this.
Bro, what the hell?
Y'all niggas weird, man. Ow! All right. We're going to do a word from our sponsor.
Yes, we are.
And let's continue.
Yes, we are. And this episode is sponsored by Positive. No pun intended. Yes. All right. This episode is sponsored by Positive. If you have a dog, we've all been there. Our pup goes from full of energy to sick and miserable in an instant, and at the worst times. Then we're calling the vets in the middle of the night or on weekends, trying to find out a clinic that will take us in. It's a terrible way to manage your dog's health, not to manage your stress levels and your monthly budget. That's why people are getting to the Pet Emergency Kit by Positive. No pun intended. It contains critical medications and supplies that can only keep you out of the veterinary office, but may save your dog's life. Their kits contain critical medications like activated charcoal, styptic powder, and more. It might save your dog's life. So head over to positive.com and use the code STUDIO and get 15% off your pet emergency kit. One more time. That is positive.com. Use the code STUDIO to get 15% off your pet emergency kit. And thank you, Positive, for sponsoring this video.
All right. Guys, I think what we're going to do is we're going to end the stream here. We're going to be back live tomorrow. We'll go live on all platforms, and then it's going to be a Twitch subathon, so we're going to be focusing on Twitch and the Castle Club, of course. Castle Club and Twitch only. And, of course, guys, if you subscribe to Castle Club, we do Zoom calls over there. We're going to schedule a Zoom call with Dave as well this week for you guys.
Yeah.
We just got to figure out a time that works for him and us. and the Cast Club members, obviously. We gave y'all a fire Zoom call yesterday, which we're going to post to Cast Club here soon. It's on the computer. We just got to download it and upload it. Download it on the computer, then upload it to Cast Club. But yeah, man. Love you guys. I'm going to be on tomorrow with InfoWars with Owen Schroyer at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 or 7 p.m. Shit, let me double check here. I think it's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we'll be live on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, etc. tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to cover the news. We didn't get to cover the news today because obviously we had a big topic here with the Diddy arrest. But we'll cover Diddy arrest. We'll go through the indictment. We'll cover the Trump assassination attempt, and then we got a couple of other things on the news cycle as well to talk about tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be a great episode for you guys, and then Wednesday we'll have Fresh to Fit again for you guys, and then we're going to pretty much be off until the week because we're going
We'll stream.
to do some traveling. We'll still be streaming and shit like that, but we're not going to be in studio. So love you guys. We'll be back here tomorrow, 7 p.m. for Fresh to Fit. Love y'all. Peace.